To be fair,
Uh,
isn't like I isn't like a monopoly in each state when it comes to internet service providers?
I don't know for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. But like where I am, the big thing is Spectrum. We're skipping frames again. Oh my god. This. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the stream is going now. Well, the stream started. They could hear us, but we haven't actually started yet. Look, people who are watching, whatever you do, don't choose Spectrum for your internet service. Don't make the same mistake I did. Spectrum sucks. It's terrible, and not like it's bad enough that the internet in California is terrible as it is, but I'm also using Spectrum. That's a lose-lose situation there. That's why the beginning of the stream took so long to get started, because the internet just kept lagging and the stream was lagging and stuff. Ugh, it was annoying. Do not, I repeat, the moral of this story, don't choose Spectrum as your internet service.
You should make that, like, you should have a button for that.
If I don't know what button I could use to say don't use Spectrum. I don't know. I could find a Nick Rekieta clip of him just ranting about Spectrum Internet, because he also uses Spectrum, and I can share Nick Rekieta's pain, because Spectrum is terrible. It's a terrible internet service.
This is why the Northeast is one of the superior states in the Union.
Oh, and what internet service do you guys use?
We use consolidated services. Like communication consolidated or something like that.
Sounds like a fake internet.
No, yeah, and like only one day where the internet was out, but then next day went back up.
Only one day the internet was out?
Yeah. One day after like what, a couple months that we changed our plan. Like,
huh. Okay. What's it called again?
I can't remember. It's something consolidated services or something like that. Communication.
Consolidated services. Here. Let me make a.
Well, it could be that the Northeast has just superior internet.
I mean, to be fair, you could be right there, because the internet here is terrible. But like, so I'm writing this down. Consolidated services, Wi-Fi. Check it out. All right, and then I'll see.
It's like a cabled internet with the Wi-Fi.
Ah. It's cable. That's okay. That could probably explain a lot.
Right? Do you just have Wi-Fi adapters? You don't have like nothing connected to a wall?
We got rid of cable a while ago. I mean, if I have to get cable again, then I guess I'll have to get cable again.
I think he's trying to say cable as in, television. He's saying cable as in.
I know.
Fiber.
I know.
Yeah, you got like it's a little.
Well, it's like because like everything in my household runs on Spectrum, cause I don't know. I have to talk with my father about that. So, he said I know he gave a reason why we use Spectrum. I think maybe it's just that's the only service provider out in our part of California.
That would most likely happen. But
which sucks. Anyways, we spent 10 minutes of the beginning of the stream trying to get the connection solid and ranting about how Spectrum sucks. So
this was our bonus segment. SGD is not here. So,
SGD
our bonus segment is F Spectrum.
Yeah, that's our segment to make up for SGD not being here. SGD got the second vaccine jab, so he's out of it. So So just for tonight, we're gonna have to be without him. Ray and Chelsea are in the chat. Chelsea says, nice PNG of SGD not here. But yeah, Chelsea says it's working. It's working now. It's working now, cause again, Spectrum sucks. Don't use Spectrum. Okay, but anyways, so I'm Genghis Khan. This is 2 Cents Live. And we lost a viewer because we spent too much time ranting about how much Spectrum sucks.
That sucks.
Well, that's not my fault. That's the viewer's fault for ignoring my words. I guess he's decided, you know what, I'm gonna use Spectrum. Don't use Spectrum. Spectrum's terrible. But anyway, so yeah, we are live now. This is 2 Cents Live. SGD is not here, and the music is loud on my end. I'm gonna turn that down even more. Okay, that should be better. Chelsea says that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so enough dilly-dallying around. Let's get to our 5 topics of the night. Hold
on, I was looking at Transformers stuff, and all I got is, James, hear me out. The Incredibles, but it's Transformers.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I mean, wait. Which Incredibles?
The first one.
The first one? We're excluding the second one?
Pretty much! Unless you want to include it for some reason.
I don't know, unless you have an idea to make the second one better.
Well, it's gonna involve Transformers.
Fair enough.
You got Optimus as Mr. Incredible.
Of course.
Alita 1 as Elastigirl.
Of course.
Windblade is Violet.
Is Bumblebee Dash?
No, it's Hot Rod who's Dash.
Ah.
And he gets to kill Optimus.
He did not kill Optimus! Chelsea, you clearly did not watch the movie right.
Wait, Chelsea has joined our side?
Yes! Yes, she did, Ninjato!
Yes! Another one for the cause!
He didn't. Hot Rod did not kill Optimus. I am dying on that hill. Hot Rod did not kill Optimus.
Yeah. Oh, you can die on the hill along with Gurren Lagann. Yes, I have seen the first 8 episodes.
Screw
finally.
you! Gurren Lagann is a fun show. Oh, I'm sorry that the bathhouse episode triggered you so much.
No, it wasn't the bathhouse. I was triggered by episode 1.
Well, guess what? You said you finished watching episode 8. Well, guess what? Kamina's dead now. You happy?
No, because I'm with the crybaby.
Simone gets better. That's the whole point of his character. He gets better. Oh my
he
god.
He grows up. The point of the show
He
that
grows
he
up.
grows up.
Yes, he grows up.
He does.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what else is? You know who else grows up? Eugene, Marlene. Yet, oh wait, yeah, episode 2.
You and Blue Gender. No, you don't get to compare Gurren Lagann to Blue Gender. Okay.
Yes, I am. Look, it's the polar opposite.
The polar opposite. If it's the polar opposite, you should be having fun with the show.
No. The polar opposite in terms of quality, where everything that Blue Gender succeeds, Gurren Lagann completely fails at. Everything that Gurren Lagann succeeds, Blue Gender completely fails at. Both are bad.
Well, you're wrong about Gurren Lagann. Okay, Simone gets better. The whole point of the show is him becoming a man. He gets better.
You know what I'd much rather watch about a person who cries a lot and who gets better?
What? Shinji does not get better.
No, it's not Shinji.
Who? What?
He's a little guy with green hair, and he becomes the world's famous superhero. Yes, Simone is Diet Deku.
He's not Diet Deku.
Yes, he's worse than Diet. He's worse than Diet Deku.
What do you
Wait,
mean
but
worse
wait,
than
wait,
Diet Deku?
Question. Didn't Girl Lagann came out before My Hero Academia though?
Yes, I know. I'm saying Deku is way better than Simon. The same archetype. Simon
He's better than Simon.
Yes, he is.
I cannot believe this heresy. My own co-host speaks such heresy about Gurren Lagann. Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening.
No.
Oh
It's
my
not heresy. It's fact.
It's a fact? Well, you're wrong. Your fact is in fact not a fact. So,
According to who?
According to me, according to all the people who have seen Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I have seen Gurren Lagann, and I will finish it.
Well, good, finish it. Simon gets better. There's this whole thing. Yeah, he starts off as a crybaby wimp. All right, that's the whole point. He learns to grow up and be better. Like you're on episode 8. Trust me. Like two or three. It's either 2 or 3 episodes after episode 8. He becomes a man.
So that means his arc is done.
His arc's not. It's not done. He learns to. His arc's not done. The whole show is him growing up. Just by like 2 episodes afterwards, Simon finally grows a pair of balls, but he's not completely a man yet. Because then he becomes some. Because the whole point of the show is not only him being a man, it's also him trying to become better than Kamina. Because the whole point of the show, literally in the beginning of the show, they made it a point that the reason why Kamina died in the first place was because he was a fucking retard. It's like,
no, that's not no.
Yeah, he was. No. Kamina was a
the evidence of the show. Okay,
Kamina,
this is what the
Kamina
show
was
did.
a retard.
No, Changus, no. You sit down. This is what really happened.
Oh, okay.
So Kamina and company actually came up with a decent plan. A decent plan involving using Simon's ability to hijack machines to make robots, and to make a distraction, have Simon goes in. But what happened is that the plot decided, oh, you know what? We need to. These guys were doing a smart plan. We can't encourage smart thinking. So you know what we need to do? We need to have Simon see Yoko kissing Kamina. Thus he loses his confidence, and thus the machine didn't work, forcing Kamina to go over, smack Simon in the to stop being.
But it makes sense for Simon though. He's only what like 12 or 13 fucking years old at the beginning of the show. He's a fucking whiny hormonal teenager.
It's stupid because all of a sudden they decided to they reward stupidity. The show literally rewards stupid thinking.
What do you mean it rewards stupid thinking?
Really? Okay, so for all the other times before, we have Kamina being the usual strategy ends up that Kamina gets putting the group in danger, and Because
Kamina's not fucking smart.
Well, yes, but here's they were not really that punished at that point. But when they did get punished, it is when they decided to be smart. They decided to be practical. So the show is literally saying the premise that Kamina was saying: reject common sense, embrace the impossible. And the show basically, sorry, you can't use smart thinking, so we're gonna change the story so that, your smart plan worked, and you died because
that's not at all. You and I are watching 2 different shows. That's all right. We want to go on like on tangent, okay? Hey, we didn't even get to our topics yet. Look, we're watching all I'll say is we're watching two different shows going on. This all started because I said that Hot Rod didn't kill Optimus.
It's true, Hot Rod didn't kill Optimus. Though he did kill Galvatron by throwing him out a window. But that's my belief.
And he did kill a bunch of people too.
Kiss Players is not canon.
It's unfortunately canon in Japan.
Well, you know what, Japan? That's the one time I could say fuck off, Japan. Kiss Players can go to hell.
The Japanese were like they were wanting it. Like they set themselves up for death.
They knew what they were doing, and that had them, and that's why they let themselves die by Galvatron.
What comment?
It's just a little nitpick.
Okay.
Just to get the full quote out there. Is kick reason to the curb and surpass the impossible. Isn't that the way Isn't that the way of our Gurren Brigade? It's a slight nitpick.
The whole point was.
The translation I got, which was from Crunchyroll, said reject common sense. Like it's not. So it's even worse.
How the? You know what? We're watching two different shows. That's all I'll say. Okay. So, anyways, we
you just remember the later parts. You remember after Kamima is dead.
Look, let's move on. We have a show to do. Remember?
And I didn't even finish the cast.
We can make this a future episode.
Oh my god.
Debate.
Oh my god. I'm not. Look, let's. Fuck. We spent too much time. We gotta continue on with the show. Okay. Let's move.
Well, there was one more person. Needed to be cast.
Okay. Who's Frozone?
Well, Jazz. But I was actually gonna say Bumblebee is Jack.
Bumblebee's Jack. Okay, fine. All right. Here, let's actually do our show instead of debating on Gurren Lagann. Okay. Especially considering that Not said that he can't stay for too long. That's why he wanted to go first. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Not. We got ahead of ourselves. Not.
Yes.
You're still here. Okay. So, with our actual show, you're gonna talk about your first impressions of Halloween Kills.
Yes. I'd seen it I'd seen it yesterday, and it's still very fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who lived under a rock, which I just believe everyone has lived under rocks. Like Halloween Kills is the I would say the greatly anticipated sequel to Halloween 2018, which itself is a sequel to a movie from 1978 that shares the same name. Are you confused about that? Well, don't be.
What is with the trend though of sequels nowadays just being straight up called the same name the original movie was? It's like the new Candyman movie, which is a sequel to the original Candyman. It's just called Candyman.
Like they get away with it with the excuse of it's not a traditional sequel. It's a soft reboot.
Ooh.
Because it technically takes place 20 years after the events of the movie, which sequels have often done. So it's like it really doesn't make any sense other than we want to call it this because it's recognizable.
I still find it confusing though. It's like this. Just call it Candyman 2 or Halloween 2 or whatever.
The hotly anticipated sequel, Halloween Kills, takes place on exactly the same night. Halloween night 2018.
Oh.
It follows directly afterwards, in which Laurie, her daughter and her granddaughter, believing that they have finally killed the boogeyman, to suddenly and violently have their entire reality, dropped on their heads. And there you go. Michael's still alive.
Oh. Who would have seen that coming?
How about that?
I'm shocked, I tell you. Shocked. So Michael's still alive. That's fun. You still there, Not? Not? Uh-oh. We lost Not! No! Not! This is all because of our stupid debate on Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, because of your poor tastes.
I do not have poor taste. I do not have poor taste. I even admit Getarobo's better. Not you with us still, or oh boy. Let's attack Not real quick. Let's see, not the last one. We can't hear you. Okay. Well, in the meantime, let's see what the chat says. Let's see, Chelsea says horny Transformers. No, we're not talking about Kiss players. Please.
I was about to say we're not. I was actually about to say we're not talking about Thunderblast.
Oh, Thunderblast, the one Transformer that you know she's the Decepticon's bicycle.
So not Flame War.
No. The Decepticon's bicycle is Thunderblast. Flame War came out.
I get it.
Alright.
It's Thunderblast. Flame War turns into a bicycle.
Oh, that's actually clever. Let's see. Ray says, I'm nervous. I like the Halloween movies. Well, some people said it was good. Some people said I have different opinions. Not all I know is Not had a interesting
Rob was
time.
killed by Michael Myers. Let's just admit it. He's dead. Michael Myers got him.
Well, damn. Oh, Not. Can you hear us? Not the last one? Oh boy. Oh boy. Not. If your computer's still having problems, you can join us with your phone. Well, we're off to a great start. Of course, as usual.
Technical issues galore.
All
because you believe.
I will die on the hill that girl. Oh, Not.
Yes.
Okay, you're live.
Alright, okay. What did you guys catch?
That it takes place directly after the first.
It takes place after the Halloween 2018, and you cut out after you said, turns out Michael's still alive.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. It turns out Michael Myers is still alive, and he's the best way I can describe it is he's just walking towards his house, and while he's doing it, he's killing a bunch of people. That's the plot. Have a good night, folks.
What? What? That's the plot? He's just like, okay, after getting, did he get what? I don't know what what happened in the. Did he get shot in the first one or?
Okay, so they retconned for this new timeline is what it is. During the first night on 1978, what do you call it? Michael got surrounded by cops, and it actually Halloween Kills actually explores this more with the character of Officer Hawkins, who I will get to him later. Into it, which was like, oh, Michael was captured on Halloween night, and he was locked up for close to like 40 years. That's when he starts his I guess revenge, because it implies throughout the entire movie that he's not really doing this to kill Laurie, which you would think that'd be the motivation from the 2018 film, is that he wants to kill Laurie Strode because that's the victim, because she's the girl who got away. And so he's been holding this grudge ever since. But no, the implication there is that the only reason, like, weirdly enough, the movie just makes this implication that, oh no, the only reason Laurie was targeted was because the kook, the crazy old Dr. Kook, gave Michael her address, and that's what it's like. And then apparently Michael's just like, I'm killing. I guess I can go over to her house and kill her too. Why not?
That's great. Oh my goodness.
It's just like, yeah, I'm not really like into.
Michael, why are you doing this? Oh, I don't really hate you.
It was convenient.
I felt like it.
Why are you trying to kill me then? I got your phone number. I just felt like killing you then.
And that it's from that description you can kind of tell this is one of the main problems with this film specifically. I will say a great emphasis. Like there's a lot of positives to this movie. I don't want to just try to claim that this movie is just nothing but nothing but an unredeemable mess. But it's just there's not that we don't have the strong screenplay like the 2018 film had, and we don't have this, and even bringing it up, the direction is really goddamn poor. Like I don't think I've seen any part of this film that has ever looked interesting or inspired like the 2018 film has. Everything's just shot really flat. It's almost by the numbers, like they were just making the entire film because they had to make it. And so I will say the positive right now, so I wouldn't sound overtly negative. So Halloween has never been known for its Halloween has never been known for its kills, because even though it has been cited as creating the slasher genre as we know today.
Interesting.
It's a lot more of a suspenseful tale than the original movie is. But Halloween Kills, which just like the 2018 film, I would argue even more, has kind of developed a bit of a brutal streak. Ooh. And it's I think what I really enjoy about it, mainly because it is, there are the movie never tries to. I think the best way the word to describe it is it is completely horrible, but the movie never takes time to glorify it. It's just really that's what I really like about it. It's dark, it's sinister, it's how do you showcase Michael Myers as being this symbol of evil? So he simply kills not because he's told to kill. He kills because you can gauge that there's an enjoyment in it. Whereas he has an enjoyment wrecking other people's, not only just ending people's lives, but making sure, wanting them to suffer while he does it. So it's that's one of the things I like about both films in general. And of course you have the score by John Carpenter. Really great. Really great. I still think maybe I have to listen to it again, but I still think the 2018 score is a bit more striking and memorable. But it's still a banger. Still a banger on it. And of course, I do have to make special mentions of the performances, because Jamie Lee Curtis, despite how old she is just still phenomenal as Laurie Strode. The young girl whose innocence was taken away from her, and now she lives as a disheveled, paranoid. Because she turned into Sarah Connor, except she's not training her son. She's not training her offspring to go fight a future war. She like, the best way I can describe it, it is like Sarah Connor.
Huh. Alright.
But it's very distinct, and it's very well done in the movie. And of course you get a great performance from Sheriff Officer Hawkins, who survives in this film from his supposed death in the 2018 film.
Okay.
And they add another an interesting thread to his character, in which very early on they show, like, they flash back to 1978, which the flashback to 1978 involves a lot of film grain. It's an interesting sequence, but I don't think it is as better as it should have been, because Michael Myers just ends up looking really blue, like he's Sonic.
Huh.
I'm like, it's like, this maybe this Sonic the Hedgehog movie John Carpenter always wanted to make.
John Carpenter's Sonic the Hedgehog.
All I can think of now is like the like the Pure Griffin cityscape, but it's Michael Myers, and he always has like a fucking arm up like with a knife, like he's about to stab someone.
Is he being chased by a giant truck?
Of course he is. And the truck is driven by also Michael Myers.
Michael Myers being chased by his biggest enemy. Michael Myers. My God.
So, like, and another favorite thing about the entire sequence is that Donald Pleasance, they break out the Parent Trap technology from the 1960s to have Donald Pleasance stand there like video and have someone else dub him. They're not doing a good job, but it's like.
That's great.
It's like his entire involvement in the film is to add a thread where it's like, oh, he believes the reason why all of this terrible thing is happening to not only Laurie but this, the neighborhood as a whole, because he didn't do what was required of him. He faltered when he should have taken action, and that's where the positives go, because unfortunately Halloween Kills is a mess.
Oh.
And I'm sad to say.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no plot.
Huh.
A lot of the movie is just okay. Michael got out of burning house. Kills people. Kills a few people. People are starting to argue about some kind of evil. So, like, evil must die tonight. He kills more people.
Movie's over.
Movie's over. Everyone's pissed.
Movie's over. A lot of people look pissed.
That is very much just what the film's about. It's just him going through this rampage, and it's not because he's going after Laurie. Because the funny thing about this entire film is that Laurie and Michael don't meet.
Huh.
Like they spent the entire previous film setting up this, this epic battle between the two. Kind of setting up this idea that it's going to end tonight. But it's not, because we have 2 other sequels planned. But it's gonna end tonight, guys.
It didn't end that night.
It didn't end that night, no. And so I don't know whether it's because Jamie Lee Curtis is going up there in years, and that she might not be as mobile as she was in the last film, but it's a majority of the scenes she's in take place in a hospital room.
Huh.
It's like it's her interacting with either her daughter or Officer Hawkins. It's like, I thought it was gonna go into like, they're gonna set up a whole where they're gonna homage like the original Halloween 2, where it's just like, Michael's going to head to the hospital because he wants to finally kill Laurie. The thing that he was waiting 40 years to do.
But he didn't.
But he didn't. Because the movie keeps trying to imply that Michael really isn't, like, it does one thing that I really hate, and it's trying to explain Michael Myers' his motives. It's like, why? It's like, like they do it for a solid minute. It's not throughout the film, but it's really annoying because it's just oh Michael kills because he's probably evil. Well, like, you know, they have to spell it out to the viewer. It's like, oh, he's probably evil. He's probably like an animal.
Oh no shit.
It's like Michael Myers being evil, yeah, you know, because him stabbing a corpse, him putting 5 knives into a corpse just out of the heck of it. That's just Tuesday for him. what he normally does. You know, it's just but it's like it creates this really weird explanation as to why they aren't going to do the interesting thing where they have Michael be at the hospital. You know, there's a gang of people who wants his head, being led by Tommy Doyle, who's not played by Paul Rudd. He's played by Anthony Michael Hall.
Huh.
So, which would have been a great thing if he was played by Paul Rudd again. It's like, oh man, Tommy, you haven't aged. It's like, oh man, Tommy, it's like you feel like you never age. It's like, yeah.
It's all those PIM particles have turned out to be a de-aging agent. So it's like there's this angry mob that's looking for blood at the hospital. You can have something interesting there. Like, no, Michael's just heading to his house. Why? Because there was a moment. Because there was a moment where he whenever people stand right in front of a certain window in his house, that's why he gets really mad. That's just like crap like that. It just happens. It's like this screenplay is not good. Ha. See, I thought it was gonna be a thing where it's just like Laurie's like screaming and Michael Myers just. And second, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna go home now. See you later, Laurie. And he just walks home, and then just any pedestrian in his path, he just stabs out of instinct. Just stab.
I miss my wife, Lori.
I miss her a lot. I'll be back.
I'm gonna go see my wife, and I'll be back.
Is there gonna be a movie where Michael's just in an insane asylum with all the other slasher villains, and then he's just put in an asylum, the same asylum Laurie's in, and he's in the same room. Hold still, Laurie. I gotta practice my stabbing.
Of course, that, you know. So it's like Laurie barely has to do anything in the film. She's just there to be given to be given exposition to. It's like there's this interesting element another interesting element that they bring up in the film where it's like Michael's rampage not only affected Laurie but also affected the town. And so a lot of its citizens have created this angry mob out of fear of him, and it results in them falsely accusing a person that they thought was Michael Myers, and that man unfortunately tragically took his own life.
Huh.
So it creates this moment where it's like the idea of Michael Myers was this, you know, this evil corrupting force has driven these people, you know, insane with fear, that they're willing to they're willing to grab pitchforks and pitchforks and all that, you know, torches and pitchforks if they could, to try to see him finally dead. They create that interesting thing, and the movie does nothing with it outside of that one scene.
Wow, that's a real big bummer.
Like Tommy only has one scene with Laurie, which is very sweet, but then you realize, wow, it's just one scene he has with Laurie. That's a bummer. It's like because he tells Laurie, it's like I am going to say, like, Laurie, you saved me that night, in 1978, all those years ago. This is my chance to repay the favor to you.
And they don't do anything with it.
Another one just bites the dust. Yeah, and that's just the story of the movie. Another one just bites the dust. Because
it's basically here's a season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 4.
Oh, come on.
Like they gang up on Michael. They finally find him. They beat him half an inch of his life, and then he hulks up like Hulk Hogan. He's like, oh, man.
He's just covered in blood and just does the Hulk Hogan ring, just.
Oh yeah! Slice, dice, bang!
Why is Hulk Hogan saying "Ooh yeah"? It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. He became. That's why he's a serial killer. He doesn't know who he is. Is he Hulk Hogan or Macho Man Randy Savage?
Well, one unfortunately is no longer with us, and the other, I don't know what Hulk Hogan's up to nowadays.
Like he literally snapped a guy into a Slim Jim.
There's that.
It's like, yeah, but Michael just kills them unceremoniously. Well, he did kill Tommy with the bat that he carries around throughout the entire movie. So there's that.
There's that.
It's like, yeah. So it's a lot of things. It's like, there's a lot of things that are brought up, a lot of interesting things that don't get paid off. I've said it before, the direction in the movie is very disappointing, because in the 2018 film you get a lot of great directing choices from David Gordon Green. Like the opening scene in the outdoor courtyard for the insane asylum, where it's like it's this scene that keeps building and building and building, and then it crescendos right into the opening credits. And also you got that beautiful one cut tracking shot where Michael goes into a house into another house, just killing like he's Agent 47 on a kill streak.
Ooh.
It's like things like that. It's absent from this film. It feels just, like I said, by the numbers.
That's a real bummer.
I feel hard trying to recommend this film because it feels like it's one of the worst things, like, I've always feared about a trilogy, is that it's like every bad trilogy tends to do this, where it's like the middle part of this grand story is just, it turns into a bridging movie where all the like nothing important really happens. All it just does is sets up things that will happen into the finale.
Hmm.
And that's just what Halloween Kills boils down to. It's setting things up for the finale, which I hope people are excited to see the finale. Unfortunately, from this movie, I'm kind of not looking forward to the finale, because if this is what's going to look forward to, I'm like, well, dang.
That's a bummer.
It's like, I could say, like, you can go into watching Halloween Kills for the kills, because it's like a lot of them are very well done in how brutal and of how shocking and brutal they are. But even then, it's like there's really nothing tying it all together. Like,
so what you're saying is
sloppy.
wait a couple months, then look up on YouTube of all the brutal kills in Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Wow. That's disappointing.
It's and the ending is just a sequel bait. So it's like, I really did leave the theater going, that was it.
Huh. Okay, so Michael's just killing. Yeah, he killed another person. Okay, he's back at his house now. Movie's over. A lot of people look pissed.
People look pissed.
We're ready to kill Michael Myers now. A next wave. We're gonna charge in like we're Russians. Charge! Slice.
Way to describe it is it's like imagine Empire Strikes Back, where Luke spends the entire movie just recovering after the Wampa attack. Darth Vader goes around killing the entire universe.
Blow up this planet.
I'm going to blow up this planet. And then maybe somehow, I don't know, get a hold of Luke's hand afterwards, and then that's gonna create Snoke for some reason. Why? I don't know.
Wait, what?
That's from a new Star Wars comic. That's how
Snoke was created. I got
Daddy, I need titty milk, Daddy.
You want the titty milk?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want the titty. Oh, yeah.
Okay, here.
I really want the titty milk. Okay, you get it. Oh, yeah. Suck it.
time.
Okay, can I go next?
Yeah, you are next after this.
Closing, my closing argument, my closing thoughts are: if I would have to give it a rating, rent it. Don't buy the Blu-ray, just rent it. And that, like, I really love this point in John Carpenter's career where he's just a rock star. He sits around playing video games with his son, and then he just gets in his own words, he holds out his hand, and a check for a remake of one of his movies just plops down right on it.
Yes, a new The Thing remake. Wonderful.
Oh no. You know what we should do? For the next year's Halloween marathon, we should put a Halloween 2018 on it.
Hey.
I would like that. 2018 is a great film.
Alright then. Alright, so we've been ignoring the chat. Let's see here. Serena was in the chat. She says her usual greetings, which means we got a button for that.
They respected me for saying it.
Alright, button's been played. Everyone's greeting Serena. Where's SGD? He got the second vaccine jab, so he's out of it. Matchstick was in the chat for a bit. How you doing, Match? Let's see. Let's see. Ray says, Serena, you're right. I'm getting bored of Yasahime. That's probably a game.
Oh no, Yasahime is he's the sequel anime to Inuyasha.
Ah, okay. Let's see, Serena says it stopped being interesting after the Inuyasha and Kagome reveal. The girls are not interesting enough characters to carry the show by themselves. Well, that's a shame. Ray says, if you want kill counts, check out Dead Meat.
Me is a great YouTube channel.
Alright.
Just
let's see, let's scroll up here. Chell says, Changus, we still friends if I don't know anything of the Halloween movies? Yeah, I actually admittedly have only seen the first Halloween movie, and that was a long time ago. That was
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, so it's been a while since I've even seen even the first Halloween movie. Other than that, I've never seen any of the other Halloween movies. Let's see, Ray says, Michael Myers can't die, he's the world's toughest senior citizen. Alright. Ray says, I already saw an episode with Chelsea and can't tell you what happened. Oh, they're talking about the anime. Serena says, it's my birthday. Is it your birthday, Serena?
It is.
Yes.
Happy birthday, girl!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And for your birthday, there will be no Mega Talk. Totally no Mega Talk.
I'm talking about Gundam.
Yeah. Mecha is superior. Magical girls are inferior.
And then when you combine the two, you get Magic Knight Rayers, but you don't like that, so.
That's isekai.
Well.
Wait, so there's almost a Mecha Talk?
What? I'm talking about my subject is Mecha Talk. I'm talking about IBO Season 1.
And we literally begin with me and Chengus butting heads over.
Over Gurren
I was making no.
Cause
I was making a joke that Mecha Talk is an actual forum.
why are we having connection issues now? We were doing so well. Oh my goodness. I cannot with my. Okay, we're getting better. Are we improving connection? We skip frames again. God damn it. Come on. Don't be doing this. What is taking up so much of my CPU? God damn it. Do not use Spectrum. Spectrum's terrible. Hopefully Twitch catches all of this without the lagging. Serena says, you assholes. We love you too, girl. We love you too. Okay. Also, I find it interesting how the minute we mentioned Gurren Lagann, the stream started having connection issues again.
I wonder why. Maybe the internet is agreeing with.
The internet's not agreeing with you. That's not possible. Okay. Alright. But anyways, let's move on. So,
Don't mind me, I'ma just post this.
what you posted?
Uh-oh.
This.
Let's take a looky. Stop having connection issues, OBS. God. Oh, it's a Megatron command of the day. Alright, I'll read that later. Okay.
Happy birthday to Serena! Your mortal life is now 1 year closer to destruction.
Okay.
Man, Megatron, how can you be so nice?
I just said her life is now 1 year closer to destruction.
But you said happy birthday.
I was being ironic.
'Cause he's evil. Okay, so let's move on. So, Ninjato, you're talking about Metroid Dread, new Metroid game that came out. That's the big talk of Metroid.
Yep. So just a recap about my experience. My first Metroid game was Metroid Prime, and I hated it.
Oh.
I hated it so much. So the first podcast I was part of was called the Arcaders Pub. In our first episode, I had this rant about Metroid.
Oh.
That I kind of called it. I did like this whole comparison, like bashing it for the environmental storytelling and and like there was a bunch of things I bashed it, and I still don't like it. I tried it before, still don't like it. I don't like Metroid Prime. But then I played like AS2R remake, which is a fan remake of Samus Returns. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Fusions on that. I never finished it. So I never finished a Metroid game. And I haven't finished this one yet. And I have played Samus Return. So the ones I have played Samus Returns, a bit of Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusion. So 2D.
Okay.
Once. So... Metroid Dread, I pre-ordered it, and because I wanted to support Metroid, and I am so happy that Metroid, the sales figures, is ridiculous. The number of copies that has been sold right now, is more than the entire life cycle of the series.
Really? Oh, that's good to hear then.
Yeah, it's selling. And so anyway, so what's the story? So this is technically Metroid number 5. So you got Metroid, or it got remade into Metroid: The Return of Samus, I think. Right now?
Metroid. There's the original Metroid, which
Metroid Zero Mission. Yeah. Okay. So Zero Mission is a remake of Metroid 1. Then you got Samus Returns. So there was a 3DS remake of that one, and it was the first portable Metroid because it was on the Game Boy. Then you got Super Metroid, the Metroid that everyone loves, apparently. I can't judge it for myself.
Okay.
And then the fourth one is Fusions, which is the GBA one. We haven't had a sequel to the main Metroid timeline for a long time. Excluding one game. Excluding the most notorious Metroid game that is universally panned.
Oh.
And it's called Other M.
Why is it panned?
That is a topic for another day. Let's just say there's a laundry list of why people hate it.
Ah. Maybe you can make that your next 2 cents.
No. My next 2 cents is probably going to be Hellblade.
Oh, really? Hellboy. Okay.
Hellblade. Hellblade.
Oh, Hellblade.
Senua's Sacrifice. Not Hellboy. Hellblade. Oh, okay. Nick, type it down for SCD.
No.
Yes,
No, that's...
Nick, do you have that recorded?
It's caught on stream, so if SGD goes back and watches it, then he go.
We'll know. Whatever. Okay. So Metroid Dread. The basic premise. So Metroid Form kind of started a new era. So the first 3 games tells a story about Samus battling these aliens called the Metroids, which are basically jellyfish that absorbs energy. Jellyfish monsters. Okay. Then Fusions introduced a new enemy called the Parasite X, which is just this goopy stuff that gets on you and it like kills you and turns your body into an organic monster. And Samus got infected by it, and she was only saved by people making a vaccine from Metroid DNA and injected into her. So now she's part Metroid.
Huh.
And so it's about her, like in the previous games, she had to take care of a Parasite X outbreak into a station, blew up the station, thinking, oh, all the Parasite X are gone. Well, this game, there was a Parasite X was spotted on this alien planet. And so Samus is there, went to the planet to
wipe it out.
To take care of the problem, because the Federation sent these special robots called Emmys to try to take it out, and they were offline. So Samus went down. You can guess what happened. But Samus goes to the planet, but then she gets attacked by a Chozo warrior named Ravenbeak.
Okay.
And Ravenbeak kicked Samus's butt, and basically that's how she lost all her abilities. That's how you get back to square one, because you got your butt whooped.
Chozo is a long thought extinct race of of bird creatures, alien bird creatures.
They're bird people. They're space. They're bird people.
They created such wonderful things that either help you throughout the series or try to kill you.
They also created the Metroids.
Well, to kill the parrot.
Yeah, for good reason. It's just that, you know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so now it's up to you to basically get back to your ship. You're basically in the center of the, like near the core of the planet. You're deep underground, and you lost contact of the route to your ship, and it's about you trying to get back to your ship.
Alright.
And then as soon as you quickly find out is that the Emmys got reactivated, and they're impervious to everything, and they will kill you. You have to go to specific location, destroy a core that's attached to them, and they get enough energy from that to destroy the Emmy.
All I know is, based on hearing you yelling whenever you play the game, is they suck.
I hate the end. They're great. They're great obstacles. It's great stealth segments. I really hate them. I hate them so much. Huge amount of salt. So I would say this is a great game, but granted, there's a lot of things to be salty over. And it doesn't involve level designs.
Okay. Well,
like a certain game developer decided,
like a certain man that rhymes with David Gathies.
Yeah, somebody who thinks that finding a block is so hard, as opposed to, and like he thinks that puzzles aren't supposed to be intuitive. Well, I'm gonna say, yeah, there's a bunch of unintuitive puzzles in God of War, Puss.
Okay.
So,
I
I'm basically saying you're a hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
My favorite type of people, hypocrites.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just like riffing on him, but
So
there is The exploration is great. I like it. Is a very linear game, much like Fusion. So Fusion, it operates a similar logic as Fusion's, where you're more guided to the path of where you're supposed to go. Like everything is set up in a way so that you're always going forward. So even though you're revisiting older areas, like for example, they had teleporters and like there's different ways of accessing previous areas, but the way they are located is so that is focused more on you playing through the story, that you're naturally going to be right next to them.
Okay.
To get to your location, like, because it's just part of the path, as opposed to like other Metroidvanias where it's a lot more openish. But the problem is that, you know, the teleporting locations are not designed. It's not designed in a way so that you're following a simple path that you're gonna naturally get to these like teleporting locations for your convenience. You actually have to figure it out yourself.
But isn't that what isn't the charm of it the challenge of trying to figure out where you go?
A lot of Metroid is what I would like to call map management, where you're scouring, like you're trying to get to your objective, but most of the time you are just scouring certain areas for upgrades and items and upgrades.
Yeah, and like Castlevania is a lot more open-ended in my experience than Metroid is.
Okay.
And my experience mostly is, or I would just say Bloodstained, but it's basically like a spiritual sequel to like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, so I'm gonna say Castlevania. Like, that's like most Metroidvanias I have played are more guided than what people think of. Just because of the way the levels are designed, because the main principle is that you can't progress until you get a certain item, and you can't get certain items without other items, which you can only get if you just follow the path that the game wants you to follow.
Okay.
So it's not so much
Say it's open-ended. It's a lot more it encourages exploration is the right word.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, just because it's more like it takes what could be like a shotgun approach and it focuses it.
Okay.
Like,
What's the shotgun approach?
Like let's just say if you take like birdshot. Birdshot, it's a huge spray. It's covering a huge area with tiny little pellets. Like Metroid Dread and games like it is more like buckshot. Fewer bullets, but a little bit more tighter of a cover.
Genghis, remember the Dave Chappelle skit?
You can't just say Dave Chappelle skit. Which one?
The fucking birdshot and buckshot one.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. You gotta remind me of the skit.
Where's the tangent bat?
Well, you can show me the Dave Chappelle skit after the 2 cent stream. So, okay. So that was just me questioning what the game design. So, but you would say it's still good.
Oh yeah, it's good. Like the enemy sections, I am frustrated by it. Like I don't get. I get more There's a lot of stuff that frustrates me about playing the game, just because it's like a combination of me not being skilled enough, because some aspects of movement, mainly the way the double jump works, require a certain timing and not getting hit.
Ah.
And then it's it's not.
So
It's and like a lot of the bosses are about pattern recognitions and also just, and you again have to be skilled enough with the controller. It's not enough just to know, oh, I know the pattern, I can exploit it. It's just like, oh, I have to be quick enough with my button presses and stuff. And I am myself is not that like high of a player. So if I was like a very skilled Metroid player, I would be I would find the bosses more fun and challenging. I find like there's some good ones. There are bosses for me is like some bosses are so annoying because of certain mechanics and require me to be skilled. Yes, I am complaining as a game. I'm basically, you could just say when it comes to Metroid, I'm like games journalist skill level. Like,
okay.
I'm.
So may I ask though, is there anything wrong with the game objectively? Like, is there any actual like bad game design?
The only thing I would complain about with bad game design, with like and it's a minor one, is that midway through the point you get a device that allows you to scan for hidden blocks.
Ah.
And I wish that was, you would have gotten it like as one of the first upgrades you would have gotten, because it just makes it easier.
Okay.
To do it. And plus, with some blocks you can't destroy without the proper tool. So just telling, oh, you can't destroy it without this tool. Will be fine enough. And like, there's a lot of things that just helps you as a player. Like there's areas that gets highlighted if they have like a hidden secret. So you don't have to worry about, oh, does this room have a hidden secret? Does this room doesn't? It's like, no, okay, this area has a hidden secret. I can figure out where the hidden block is and what do I need.
Okay.
More streamlined in this game, more so than the others, where a lot of the like, what it will tell you that an area that you're in, it will flash white to tell you that there is a special item here. It won't point out where that special item is, but it's a lot more helpful than
and that in combination with the scanning one, you can easily find the hidden items if you want to. Like,
okay.
Like, but it doesn't do skill is still very much important, even more so. Like, a lot of the new additions that Samus Returns got brought into the Metroid formula, like a melee system, are in this game, and most importantly, actually, more focus on story through cutscenes. So there's actual cutscenes in this game. Like, Metroid Fusions had a bit of it by having, like, her doing, like, intro talking during elevator rides during certain points, so you get to understand more about her personality and stuff, and some cutscene elements. But Mercury Steam, which are the developers for this game, so this is technically not done by a core Nintendo team. It's done by, like, a team that Nintendo either
outsourced,
made or outsourced, whatever, but they handled Samus Returns, and Nintendo was pleased by their performance that they brought them for this project, and I think that was a brilliant move, because Samus Returns was actually good too.
Does Samus have a voice actress?
She actually does speak only a couple lines, and she is not monotone. She actually just speaks in an alien language because she's talking.
Huh.
She talked to
Chozo.
Ah.
So she was speaking bird.
Oh.
Alien
Like
bird.
Nuju!
But Samus doesn't learn it out of spite.
Yeah, she did it because in lore, she was trained under Chozo after her parents got
That's my
killed by Ridley.
Ah. Oh, that's lovely.
And Ridley's not in this game, so
Oh.
That's a shocker!
He's not?
yeah. Yep. Nope. Ridley is kind of died more times throughout the main series. Like he died in Metroid 1, Metroid 2, Metroid 3. He came back as a X-Parasite in Fusions, but then he died, and
Huh.
really only classic villain is Krieg. Krag. He's like this big, fat alien
Okay.
that likes to throw his fingernails at you.
Ew. That's nasty.
Yeah.
I just like to think that he has like a nail clipper and just clip him. He doesn't throw him away, he just throws him at you.
Oh, he has that bit. He also is like he spits out his belly button stuff at you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that fun.
Oh, nasty. Oh. Clean that up, will you? Ugh. That's.
Yeah. Well, he got a nice hot bath
Oh. Okay.
in lava.
Oh. Good. I'm melting. Good.
Like, I haven't finished the final boss, but I know what's gonna happen to the final boss. I already got spoiled the ending. Guess what happens? Much like in every Metroid game.
Samus kills him.
Oh yeah, but also the planet blows up.
Oh.
Like Samus ends up destroying at every location that she visits.
Of course it would blow up.
Every time she's on a mission, it involves a planet. With there's no civilization there.
Mm-hmm.
The planet or a space station ends up blowing up.
Ah. It's a good thing this planet was unpopulated.
Yep, exactly.
It's a good thing this planet was unpopulated. Except for the bad guy. But who cares about the bad guy? He deserves to die. I'm Samus. I'm a strong, independent woman. No, I'm joking.
Yes, you better.
Well,
You better not joke about my waifu.
Oh. But
well,
Ninjato, she's...
She's an exception to the blonde rule.
Oh, that's...
well,
I was gonna say, she's not a brunette though.
Yes, I know, and I'm usually not attracted to blondes. Samus
Well,
is one of the
to
few
be fair-
exceptions.
to be fair, Najata, at one point, originally she was redhead.
Huh.
Or brunette.
More bright, yeah.
So if she
Also,
remained...
In the S days.
yeah.
Sorry, are you
And I-
saying that if she stayed a
also-
red... Wait, comment. So are you
Also-
saying if she stayed a redhead, if they did a movie, she would be replaced by a black woman?
Well, also, she was a lot taller too.
Oh. Well, I know your taste in woman, Comet. You're...
Hey,
Yeah.
You're...
But-
Yeah.
I was going to bring up something else that technically not every planet she went to blow up. Talon 5, I believe was within blow
Main
up.
series game.
In the main series, every planet she goes to blows up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear main. I just heard series.
Ah. Well, the planet blew up. Of course it did. And
But she has a remarkably high planet casualty rate.
Yeah, like God damn it, Samus, stop blowing up our planets.
it's a
Well,
damn.
it's partly not her fault that they turned out to be facilities by evil factions where they have like a deathman switch where every time they die the planet blows up somehow.
If I can't have this planet, no one can. Wait, but who said that? Die! Blows up the planet. Oh, god damn it. Samus, can you come in? Oh shit, another planet blew up. Alright.
We should actually initiate our actual arrest of her, because she did technically blow up one of our facilities.
She's too good though, she's too valuable.
Besides,
Yeah.
she just pay us back in taxes.
Wait, do we tax bounty hunters? Well, we're
Well-
paying her, so
well-
the taxpayers are technically paying her.
Well, well, every time we pay her, we take income tax out of her bounty.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Well, alright, but overall, you do recommend this game.
Yeah, this game is fun. It's Metroid. Like, if you like Metroid and you like Metroidvania, it's
It's a game for you?
it's a game for you, and it's very well polished, and probably the best in the series.
Okay. That's
Probably. I'm not like a huge Metroid fan, so that's up to like the hardcore Metroid fans to kind of decide, because there's a lot of love for Super Metroid.
How much is it on Switch?
It's full price.
It's full price? Okay.
It's
Is it-
Nintendo.
Ah,
It's Nintendo, and it just came out.
okay. And these games are only single player, right?
Yeah,
There's
they're only single
no
player.
multiplayer.
No co-op.
No co-op. Alright. Well, if you want a good single player game, then check out Metroid Dread. Let's see here. Chelsea said, "Did someone say waifu?" Calm down, Chelsea. Calm down. Let's see here. Chelsea says Ninjato got the best Megatron impression. I take offense to that!
I take great offense!
Well, you do a very good Cyberverse, Megatron.
A Megatron is still a Megatron.
Fair enough.
He also does
Besides, I could do G1 just fine.
That's true.
Are you kind of done with your arrogance?
Yes.
Wait, is that your Optimus Prime impression?
No, that's David Cage Megatron.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? Yeah.
Not that Megatron. Not that Megatron. Megatron as in from Armada, the best Transformer show.
But that Megatron is just pretty much Beast Wars Megatron with the lack of yes.
Yes.
No, it's more growly. It's more growly, actually.
So Chelsea says you can also do a Grimlock impression too. Me Grimlock take great offense to that.
Me too.
Grimlock, I am not smart.
Well, you could be there.
Let's see. Serena says thanks Megatron for wishing her a happy birthday.
You're welcome.
Ray says, well, he didn't like it, but he recommends it. I immensely respect that. Just say the word. Are you talking about Metroid?
No, Halloween Kills, I think.
Oh, Halloween Kills. Oh. That's Not's opinion. If you have a different opinion, you are welcome to have so there's that. Okay, so let's move on now to Comet. So you're talking about Recreators. Is this which is an animu?
Yeah, it's a 22 episode animu that.
Hey, before you continue comment, I need to go to bed, so I got work tomorrow.
Oh,
Good night,
okay.
Mikado.
Good
Have a
night,
good night.
Allow me to quickly do Trichomus Prime, Megatron. Good and evil fade away. History shall judge me victorious.
Yeah, before I heard about Recreators comment, I am interested in that anime. So
Yeah, I got some. It's interesting, but I got something to say about the main villain.
Oh.
And some,
Oh, is it as dumb as?
well, not so much dumb. It makes sense, but
Yeah, yes, another villain makes sense.
well,
That has
let me
a dumb
explain.
design.
It's not. It's not.
You
dumb
haven't even
design.
gotten to the
Good night, everyone.
You haven't even
I'm
gotten to
trying-
the anti-spirals yet.
I'm trying to explain. I'll explain. Okay. Where did I start with Recreators? Its original one was August 6th, 2017 to number 5th, 2017 is 22 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And well, essentially what if the recreated the show about like imagine like say Megatron
Mm-hmm.
just appear in the real world.
Okay. What are you talking about? They already exist.
Okay, yeah, fictional characters disappear in the real world. And interesting about this series, like, from what I understand, my interpretation and how some other interpretation, it pretty much shows how kind of like a glimpse into like what the creators had to go through. Well, at least in the anime industry in Japan, like with deadlines, approval from the audiences would become a factor in this series. And so forth. Like, okay, maybe I should start from there. This series about the main character of this series, and well, I won't say main character is like spread out evenly, but like the point of view is Soda I just call him Soda.
Alright, so he's the protagonist.
Yes. He's a young high school student and anime fan who dreams of writing his own light novel. Now, how the series starts out. Now, before the series started, he was friends with this another girl named Setsuna. But her drawings, he got a bit envious and jealous when her online drawings gets attention, and her became popular. So when she pretty much gets hazed by some jealous folks in the online community, and with claims of plagiarism and such. He kind of, when she asked him for advice, he pretty much said, I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah. And pretty much just then defend, and when, then try to get involved, mostly because, one, he's jealous, and two, he was afraid. He was pretty much a coward. Then, so he because, he started getting involved, they go after him. And then Setsuna committed suicide. And he felt like a piece of shit ever since.
Oh, that's dark.
Yeah, pretty much. The online
Here, maybe I find that hilarious.
Yeah.
Megatron, other Megatron, not now. This is actually serious.
Pretty much online harassment is no joke. And because he was online harassed and it wasn't good, but yeah.
Though to be fair, though.
Wait, are we talking natural suicide or something?
No, the character.
In the media?
No, the character.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought I made something. I thought I just made a horrible mistake.
No.
No. If it was real, I would preface it. I would preface it.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
whenever I think about cyberbullying or like online harassment, I just think of the tweet from Tyler the Creator. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you getting cyberbullied? Just turn off your computer.
Yeah. Now, why fine? Like I said, it's totally like it's one kind of mindset. Like sometimes these upcoming creators can literally get harassed like this way. Because from what I understand, the hazing in Japan is like. When you get hit, it's kind of bad.
Japan is notorious for being pretty bad when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So, but that's then essentially. Well, I guess it's like what over 4 or 5 years old. I can do some spoilers. Her final creation for her suicide was this music video, which featured this character she created. She named Altair. And Altair gained her own
sentience.
Sapience. sapiens or her own life, and appear in the real world and kind of hates the real world for killing her creator, so wants to like
kill them,
kill them to make it cease to exist.
Oh, lovely.
And yes, so she started recruiting all these other creations that appear in fiction that like go through the whole like, wait, you mean my life? Some of these guys go through horrible things. My life is just entertainment to these people, and recruit them to that. And some others, or with like promises that this what you call the lands of the gods can help recreate their world or and the hardship in their world, and bring them over. And then now to go through the cast that's so tough, like I explained earlier, then there's another character named Celsia Uptier, which is a female protagonist of one. Hello?
Hello? Oh, not just left.
Which is a character from a fantasy series called Elemental Symphony of the like a fantasy mecha series called Elemental Symphony of the Volkavir. Pretty much a princess and a knight, and partnered to the male protagonist Sharon, who doesn't appear till later in the series. Mm-hmm. And then Materia Ostrich, who was an NPC of an open world RPG called Alphagen of Remnants, a stoic tactician, strong-willed tactician. Now, what's interesting that in her game, she was the exposition character.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the lore, like exposition dump the lore, because she's like spend her most of the time in the library, which reflected in the series when she started going, which is to me kind of clever of a series because she's like the exposition dump character in the series as well, which explained because she was an exposition dump character in her game. So she kind of go on these long tirades at times, which is an interesting fact.
Okay.
Then there's another character which is the most well written. She's from a Magical Girl series. Called Dragon Magical Slayer Mamika. Mamika is interesting because she's from a world. Now, the thing about the series, they come to the real, like, they from any series. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, Mamika in her series, when she used her magical splash flare on all her spells, it doesn't cause all these damage. There's no blood, no anything like that, and she can, pretty much defeat equal friendship. When she comes to the real world, she gets a rude awakening. And I kind of like her black and white view kind of gets challenged, but she grows and learn more about the real world and learn that her power can cause serious damage by the fact that her low level spells cause big craters all over the place, and her magical splash flare full power was pretty much the equivalent of a nuke.
Oh, lovely.
Which she used on Altair to no effect after being stabbed multiple times by Altair, but that's
Wait, she got stabbed?
Yeah, when she tried to talk sense into Altair, talk sense to her and she said the S word.
Shit?
No, Cessna.
Oh.
Yeah, she mentioned Cessna I'm trying to save you and Cessna's soul. Ooh, wrong choice of words.
Oh. Okay.
Well, yeah. Then there's one of my favorite characters, Yuya Michuko, what I like to call one big JoJo reference.
Okay.
Because it says he's the main antagonist of this series called Lockout Ward, Underground Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
An action manga. Essentially, he got a stand, and he's pretty much a Japanese delinquent. Then there's Altricia February from a dark fantasy novel called Altricia the Scarlet, a princess and a knight, blah blah. And then there's Bliss Talker, who's from Cold Babylon, which is like a cyberpunk Ghost in the Shell style novel, manga. And and he kind of wants to get revenge on his creator because she wrote his daughter's death. And kind of want to force her to bring her back. Also, Altera's motive is also that she wants to bring peace to her world because she's constantly fighting
for the greater good.
And then there's another favorite, my Ryu Kanya, who's pretty much every super robot protagonist.
Oh, that's fun.
His robot comes with him too.
Oh, that's even more fun.
And essentially, he's sort of like the best way to describe him. He's like, look, I don't want to go back. I gotta do all this shit. I gotta go through all this shit. And I never gotta go on a date with this girl I like. You know, he kind of take the whole his life as a story thing with stride. And I like the scene where he talk and so they're trying to bribe him with a date, the fantasy girl night on Celsia, and he's like, I like younger girls. You're too old. Yeah. Essentially, he like girls his age. He's 14, but then there's wild card called Magana Chikucho. Yes, I'm gonna expect me to butcher these names a lot. And Magacha Chochoen, antagonist from light novel series Red Crow Knight, Window Demon. Now, she's pretty much evil and chaotic, and her whole thing, she got a special ability, which I'm gonna get into later. Essentially, if she tells a lie, and if you deny that lie, or try to deny it anyway, or just try to rebuttal it, it becomes true.
Huh.
And she said this phrase with along the lines like, a lie within a lie turns inside out. Essentially, if you turn a lie inside out, it becomes the truth. So essentially, if she says something like, if you stab me, you end up stabbing yourself, and you kind of deny it. If you stab her, you end up stabbing yourself.
Oh, that's broken.
Oh, well, the simple solution to that is just don't talk when she said a lie. Just don't say anything.
Just don't talk to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's another character that appeared later, Hikaru Shioka, which is first of all, she's part of an adult dating sim.
Oh.
Called the Make Away of the Starry Night. Now I believe in the series explained that she's from an all ages version of it. So she's not.
But that's implying that there's an 18+ version.
Yeah, so pretty much she's not the raunchy character that her creator made. But yeah, then you have all these creators, like Celsia creator, like Takasha, who created Celsia, Marin, who helped draw, Makasaki, who created the Mecha series that Ryu is a part of, and so forth and so forth. Now, what I find interesting about the series, how these creations just kind of react to the world around them. Even though I think it should have been longer, because I think it could have been better written, but I think that's because of length.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's interesting. Now, what I like about it, that kind of like the creators take a parental loyalty to their creations, and like these creations know how things so different in the real world, like they can smell stuff like they can actually smell. Isn't what's not described in what it isn't described in the book? It kind of doesn't exist. Or describing source material. What I get from it. Now,
okay.
Now the main. So, and it's very interesting to look into how what creators they go through, deadlines, story sheets, had to work there's one scene where they had to work together with all these other creators, and it shows how they can butt heads with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like, like, no, this is stupid. No, this is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. Look, we gotta blend all this all together, and and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Essentially, and throughout the series, like they had to, these creations and enemy creations have to fight each other, and while not drawing attention, and the government gets involved, and they're actually competent.
The government gets involved. Oh dear.
No, but they're competent though.
I don't believe you.
How?
They listen. They listen. They don't lock them up. They actually listen. Ask for the help. They were reasonable.
Okay.
It's like they actually work with them.
I don't believe you. That's there's no way a government can be that competent.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Japanese government's different, I guess.
I don't know. Did you not watch Shin Godzilla?
No.
The whole point of Shin Godzilla is bureaucrats suck.
True. Okay.
And that's all of Japan's major government, how it runs. It's just a giant bureaucracy, and nothing gets done. That was the whole point of Shin Godzilla.
But now, the thing about recreators, and dang it, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I got it back now.
Got it back.
Like I said, okay. Like I said, Recreators is an interesting series. Now, it's enjoyable, but it does have its flaws.
Okay.
Like, I think there was a little bit too much exposition here and there. I think they could have focused a little more on the characters. Then I think it should have been longer. Give it like a couple more seasons or one more season. But another thing about Recreators is also. Well, let's talk about the main villain, Altair. Now, the thing about Altair, okay. Now, they did this thing. Okay, it makes sense. She doesn't have a set source. She was essentially incomplete. But she's very popular online. So people have been creating all these like fan works, fan stuff. Since she doesn't have kind of a source, she can draw from these sources with all these powers and abilities.
So she has the power of the Undertale fandom behind her.
She has the power of memes. She's a meme character essentially. So she spread around. So I
was right. She has the power of the Undertale fandom behind her.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but yeah, I'll go with that. Essentially, with all these fan works and fan series and fan stuff, and there's no set canon because there's no set canon. She can draw from all of this, but she can't use it too much because what they think about this world, there's something called physics, the law of physics, and all that, and all these characters coming in breaking these laws. The world can only handle so much before they spit them back out, or just break completely.
Okay.
Break reality completely. So she's very conservative to the final series, to the final thing, which is pretty much the final battle is pretty much one big crossover event they've been planning for 6 months. Like they call it the Elimination Chamber. So they try to create this like sub-pocket reality where the creators like try to create the sub-pocket reality where they can do as much damage as they can without endangering people. Now, the thing is, they can't just write a new power in for the. Now they give these characters mid-season upgrades, but the catch is it must get audience approval for them to take effect. Okay. So they can't just write it in. Essentially, you can't have the audience say that's bullshit. They must accept it.
Okay.
Which, now, with that in mind, in the final series, Altair purposely know how to draw,
she cheats the system?
Yeah, essentially, Altair knew this. So the whole game of the Elimination thing was to like gain much audience approval power to their characters. So they made this like live event. But essentially and they pretty much the world thinks it's serious, but they don't have no idea that they're actually fighting for their life. But here's the thing, Altair kind of stole the show
Okay.
You know, everybody likes a villain, so and she gained much more audience approval, which means give her more access to more of her meme powers. Which and she keep like beating up all these like. Now here's what I call bullshit.
Okay.
Essentially, now when you have an overpowered character, they keep whacking these other characters. People eventually get tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta find a way to nerf them.
Essentially, she should be losing. So by that logic, she should be losing audience approval really fast and get weaker by the moment. While the other characters get stronger, essentially.
Well, yes and no.
Essentially, especially when that character keep pulling powers out her butt.
Well, it depends really on how it's being treated. Like if people start getting tired of a character being overpowered, or they'll find a way to, I guess, neuter them to balance them out, but it usually doesn't take like immediate effect.
True, but another thing, well, yeah, at the same time, it's like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like she does an online character. Well, she's finding all these much more popular characters, and she killed one of them. Which, you know, see what happens when someone kill a popular character, they usually get hated on. I've seen many times.
And you're saying because of that, she should have lost her powers, because.
Oh, always get nerfed severely. Not severely, but. And also got nerfed.
Okay.
And so, because, yeah, like I said, it's just like, and another thing is like also I kind of like she got what she got off kind of scot-free.
Okay.
She got pretty much at the end of the series. They created another Cessna.
Okay.
Dude. She's not Cessna because you can't bring people back there. She's a creation.
Okay, that has a lot of implications going on there on the moral.
Essentially, they use Magana's ability.
Okay.
You know, like Cessna dead. No, Cessna is alive. No, she's not.
So
a lot.
To defeat her, they quote unquote brought back her creator.
Yeah, and did some heartwarming thing, and like, you know, and then, you know, Cessna Altair goes to a pocket dimension of Cessna Altair's creation and live out the rest of. I don't like it, but
okay, that's interesting. Again, that's a lot of implications going on there.
Yeah, but I do like the post credit. Where they just spin because the thing is eventually they go another thing the world will try to do to bring balance back is to simply take the creation's powers away. Like Mature, who's like the magic user, is losing her magic ability. She can send them back, but they got a few days before she had to send them back before she completely loses her power. And she stayed in the real world because, you know, she can't go back anyway, and she likes the real world. Well, she can't go back because if she try to go back, it's like trying to draw yourself. You know. So she can't go back, but that doesn't bother her because she likes the real world.
Okay. I guess that's a win-win.
Yeah. And eventually she just becomes a normal human. Now, another thing I don't like is that Magana, the liar, gets away with using her abilities way too much.
Okay.
Like, you know, every time Film Fly had that, like, holding the idiot ball. It's like, okay. Yeah, the idiot. Like, think of it this way. This is, let's say, you had to fight this villain.
Uh-huh.
Now, he's a very popular villain with loads and loads of information on the internet.
Okay.
So, if you real ability and know he got this ability that only works a certain way, why would you fall into making that ability work that certain way? Like, they know that how her abilities work. They have access to the information.
Uh-huh.
So why do you keep talking?
So, okay.
It's all like
so they know how the powers work, but they still are surprised that those powers exist.
not so. Yeah. No. Well, more like they keep falling. Like, no. You know how you got all you do is easy. You just keep your mouth shut because the only way her powers work if you deny her lie. Or rebut it in any way. So the best thing to do is when you fight her,
but they keep falling for her lies.
Yeah, falling for a trap. And the JoJo reference lost his stand because she said something like, I forgot what she said, but he denied it and he lost it. And like, then again, maybe I can't excuse that because he's a bit of a hothead.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was purposely touching a few nerves.
Well, it depends. Like, certain characters, it would make sense, and others, it wouldn't. So it depends on the character.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the best main character is Mamaka out of all the creations, mostly because, I think you see her change.
Okay.
Throughout the series. Yeah, I just felt like the series was a bit best. It's spread out. Like giving a couple of seasons or two. I mean, give like a season.
Your problem is it's rushed. That's what you feel.
Yeah, felt rushed, too crammed. But on the plus side, I like the interaction between the creation and creators, that sort of parental relationship. Though the adult sim character creator is a bit of a
horn dog.
When you first met them, he's like, marry me! Marry me! And like, and still a guy be like, you're practically trying to marry your own daughter.
Okay. When you put it like that, that's
yeah, because he created her, so.
But he's a horn dog for his own creation.
Well, not all the creations, like Celsia, and but like I said, I think another thing is that Altair, you kind of don't get a good, clear of her motivation until that she hates the world. She wants to, but you don't know until like near the end, full story till near the end, and then Soda kind of, when he figured it out, he kind of kept it to himself for a while. Figure out the identity of the main villain.
Okay.
Because guilt and stuff, and disbelief and like Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I would recommend it, but despite its flaws, yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's an interesting with of like what these creations come into the real world and just like causing havoc. And one thing, this is my favorite scene where Materia in the first episode injures herself by shooting a bunch of rockets and missiles at Altair. Then later on in the series, when they met the government, they told her that also that same day we were missing a bunch of stuff from the armory. And she said, oh yeah, and Marcel would be like, yeah, we took that. You do know this costs this much yen, this much yen, this much yen. And
do you know how much taxpayer dollars we have to pay now?
And all Materia I'll say was, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't cut it.
Well, it's less I'm sorry, more like that stoic I'm sorry. That's like, it's more of an obligation than he actually meant. But yeah. I would recommend the series. I'm not doing it justice, but yeah, but that expect Alter to be like, yeah, like I said, I still think the ending's bullshit. Because of like, but yeah, but still, despite the ending, it's still pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's a fun watch.
Okay.
Yeah, and a good look into like I think, like I said, the guy who made it was trying to like kind of, I think from what I understand, been his frustration a little bit also how like kind of like sometimes creators are bound by like the company,
right?
Or like the some of the precious creators had to go through. Just to get worrying about deadlines and like audience criticism and such. But yeah, it's a good series. Watch it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You got any other things you want to say? Or was that it for closing thoughts?
Yeah, that's it for closing thoughts.
That's it?
Yeah.
But so overall, you would recommend it still?
Oh yeah, I recommend it.
If
if just for the concept alone.
Okay. Okay then, so if that concept intrigues you, check out Recreators. Sounds interesting. I'll say that for sure. So yeah. Alright, let's check the chat real quick before we move on. Ray says, Wing Zero, the first Gunpla to get me out of my Gunpla tri-spell. Which Wing Zero did you get? Because there's multiple versions of Wing Zero. Ray says we have Wing Zero. They're watching Gundam Wing, that's why. Okay. Other than that, chat's kind of quiet. Okay then. So we're reaching our home stretch here. So now it's my turn.
And now this is my time. I gotta get going. You have a good night now.
Oh, okay. Good night then.
Good night.
This is my own phone.
Oh shit, it's just the two of us. And we can't look up any Family Guy clips.
Wanna make it weird?
What do you mean make it weird? What else? What are you gonna do? I'm scared now.
I can't even think I'm gonna come back. I don't know what to say next.
What?
I think this is good enough.
That's gonna just... Okay.
I think your fear is good enough for making it weird.
My fear is good enough. Just me going, I'm scared. What do you like? Do you want to make things weird? What do you got in plan, man?
I was gonna show a clip. So I was gonna say just because as a joke, because like just the two of us, and then I thought they have the song stuck in my head, and I'm like,
just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us.
You and I.
So I thought, like, how do I mess with Changus?
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey, wanna make out? And I thought, nah, let's not be too overt. However, I did say,
too
I'll make
overt.
it weird. Because I at least want you to at least...
Listen, Jill, let's not be too overt.
Also, I just so happened to be watching a specific American Dad episode.
You're watching American Dad right now?
I have it on background.
Oh. Oh no. American Dad is a show where surprisingly most of the extreme sexual content is all gay stuff.
Or at least the funniest.
And at least the funniest is like, at least all the ones you've shown me, it's like, is all the stuff you've shown me, it's like, this is the most brazen sexual content I've seen from American Dad, and it's all gay. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just like, man, that is really gay.
It is gay. Why?
Steve, Snot, it's good to see that you two are still friends. Actually, we made a pact that if we would get married if we were still single by the age of 21. And
Grant, we should have made the age a bit higher. We take turns
playing the woman. No, we don't.
No, we don't. I still think it's funny if we did Transformers version of that. Again, that's how we introduce Optimus Primal. He's just a future version of Optimus who believes that the uprising is gonna come.
At last! Hello, my 8th brothers! Just rips his head off. Okay. Well, in obligation of this show, though, I need to talk about Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, a show that you have never heard of, and is probably gonna fly over your head.
I have the hat.
Guess what? This Gundam DVD can also be a hat. So Iron-Blooded Orphans is another Gundam show, which means it's another mecha show, and this Gundam show is different from the other Gundam shows, but at the same time, it's not really. You still got people committing war crimes. You still got a group of aristocratic assholes, though they're more bureaucratic. It's actually the people who are like the Xeon stand-in. They're called Galahorn in the show. They're more like a mob, where like there's like mob families that run the entire galaxy, or something like that. And the colonies in this Gundam show, they're not things you can drop on Earth. They're actually colonies on other planets. Okay, there are actually colonies that orbit around Earth that are like satellites, but they don't get dropped. Shame, I know. What's that? There's colonies, but they don't get dropped? I'm out. This is not my show.
That's why Not left. You knew you were gonna bring it up.
But there is a big event. I guess kind of like a big war also. But the thing is, the war already happened. The whole point, a lot of the stuff that happens in the show happens after this big war, where basically Terminator happened, but instead of Terminators, they took over a bunch of mobile armors, and mobile armors are just basically any mech suit or mecha in Gundam that isn't humanoid or bipedal, or at least doesn't resemble a human. So all those machines went rogue, went all Terminator and tried to destroy all of humanity. And so humanity's decided, okay, we're gonna fight back by creating Gundams. So there were 72 Gundams created, and then that's how they won this war. But the story takes place after that. It doesn't take place at all during the war, and there's no real content in this version of Gundam franchise that really covers the war, at least to my knowledge. I want to see a series where the Gundams fight Terminators. But so after this whole war where the events of Terminator happened and stuff, this group called Galahorn took power because they were the ones who, like, helped win the war. They weren't the ones who created the Gundams, but they were very influential in helping winning the war. And then after that, all of the Earth's governments were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna do like the Patriot Act, where we'll give you guys like unlimited power and stuff to do whatever you want. But you're cool, right? You're not gonna do any shady stuff, right? You're not gonna do any shady stuff, right? Okay. And so basically, the entire galaxy is now being run by a giant intergalactic mob boss, with a bunch of mob families running each, like, sector of the galaxy. But most of this takes place on planet Mars, and the final part of this first season takes place on Earth. I should also preface that I'm going to be talking about only Season 1 of IBO, because I haven't seen the second season. And so the show starts off with right away with child slavery. Fun for the kids, right? Buy our Gunpla. Yeah, so child slavery is a thing, and they're also child soldiers. Well, they're not child slavery in the sense that they still get paid. They're just paid very little, which means, you know, if you want to get paid more, you gotta work more. You gotta work more hours. You gotta do whatever we say. It's slavery, but with extra steps. So that's fun. Good for the kids. Buy their Gundam model kits. And then so it specifically follows this group of private military where all the soldiers are being controlled by rich adults, because that's the main theme of Gundam. Adults suck and children rule, and life sucks, war sucks, people die. Fun, good for the kids. Buy the Gundam model kits. And so so it starts off with this group of private military kids that are essentially in slavery, and then they cause an uprising, and they form a group called Tekkadan. And this group of Tekkadan set out to make a name for themselves. How? By escorting this young girl named Cordelia Ina Bernstein, who is not really a politician, but she's very influential with what she says that affects people. She's like Megatron before, you know, he went crazy and for power and stuff.
What are you talking about? I'm always sane and rational.
Megatron, if you really were sane and rational, you would finally cross out the two crows on the wheel. I do not need to listen to you, Starscream. In fact, let's roll the wheel again.
If I knew how to get rid of it, I would.
Let's see, what does it land on? Two crows. Damn it! Fine, you win this time, Starscream. I'll find a way to get rid of the crows.
But that's essentially Cordelia Ina Bernstein. She's this young girl who is essentially Megatron before, without the need to take over for, you know, all of Cybertron and go on genocidal raids and stuff on planets. And so she's going around like, oh, you know, hey, you know, you guys, Earth, the Earth people who are like in charge of this entire like galactic government, they're not really paying attention to Mars. And because of that, Galahorn, the organization you gave infinite power to, they're kind of oppressing people. So I'm gonna go. So you guys, Tekkadan, I'm going to hire you guys as my private military guards, and you're going to escort me to Earth so I can make this big speech. It's telling on Galahorn, telling everyone, yeah, Galahorn's a bunch of pieces of shit. Oh, okay. And they accept the job. Specifically because the main honcho, their boss, Orga, who's also a kid, is an entire private military organization run by kids. You know that's always gonna go well.
Oh, speaking of Megatron, I found apparently at one point Megatron was supposed to be part of Robots in Disguise 2015.
Yes. You've seen the concept art, right?
Yeah, it's
interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Megatron was gonna be in it, but then they decided, let's go with Megatronus instead. Because we gotta call him Megatronus because, the Fallen's trademark wasn't available at the time, because Hasbro and all that.
What do you mean the Fallen's trademark wasn't available?
Because, Nick, this is unfortunately the state of Transformers. You can't name a Transformer something they are if the trademark of the name isn't there. They trademarked the Fallen, and they lost the rest of the trademark at the time of Robots in Disguise, which means they couldn't make toys that said the Fallen on it. They had to call him Megatronus on the toy.
Gay.
Yeah, that's how the toy industry works. It sucks, but that's how it works. You can't that's why Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Bumblebee and all that, they're always present in the new Transformers shows in order to keep those trademarks of the name. That's why in Beast Wars they had to do Optimus Primal, because they lost the right to Optimus Prime.
Gay.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, Optimus Primal's great.
Yes. I'm playing with them right now!
You are? Oh, nice.
Well,
that's just Prime. It's still gay, but that's how the toy industry works. You can't produce if you lose the trademark to the name, then you can't call the toy that. So, which means in the show that's marketing the toys, you also can't call the characters the name they're supposed to be. That's why I keep saying Hotshot was meant to be Bumblebee, but they lost the right to that trademark, so they had to call him Hotshot.
Yep.
Yeah. So in 2015, they actually lost the rights to use the Fallen for their toys, so they went, okay, we'll call him Megatronus.
Gay.
Yes, that's how the toy industry works. That was a short history on how the toy industry works. It's gay. Shit, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, private military run by kids. That's always gonna go well, right? Yes and no. They constantly do a bunch of stupid stuff. To the point that everyone always points out, Orga, this is a stupid thing you're making Tekkadan. Dude, shut up! We'll do it! We're doing my way and we'll win because we got guts! We got willpower! And we got my best man Mika piloting the Gundam Barbatos. Mika, say something! I'm autistic. Ignore Mika. He's fine. He's totally not scarred by, past childhood trauma or anything like that. Hey, do you want to see my scab collection? Mika, stop! You're embarrassing me in front of our client! Mika, just go pilot the Gundam and kill people. Okay. And then, so there's that. I am kind of making light of the fact that these are child soldiers just mercilessly killing people. That's because in real life, that's a pretty dark. That's actually a real problem in real life. That's a really dark subject to talk about that makes people uncomfortable. The fact that there are child soldiers out there killing people mercilessly. That's a tough thing to swallow, and I'm making a joke out of it. What does my sense of humor come to? I think I've been watching too much Seth MacFarlane cartoons.
Yes.
All according to my plan.
What's your plan? What's your plan?
Something. So I could be the one pulling the strings or something. I don't know.
But yeah. So yeah, that's like the big that's the big elephant in the room that I'm making a joke out of. That this show has child soldiers that are just straight up killing people mercilessly. They do it with their mobile suits, and Mika is the main pilot of the main Gundam of this show, the Gundam Barbatos. And the Gundams and all the mobile suits and mobile armors in this show have a much different feel and design to them, in the sense that they're very low tech. They're not very high tech as much as the usual Gundams you've seen. Like we're watching Gundam Wing now in Micah's server. You know how the Gundams look. You know how the Gundams look, right?
Yeah.
Take that, make it thinner, a little more exaggerated in certain places, and much more skeletal.
Okay.
And you get a much more low-tech feel Gundam. And the designs of the Gundams themselves are also very evil-looking, maybe. They're all, because the whole point of the Gundams is they're treated like these big demons that people control, because they're Gundams. Gundams are scary. Like in the original Gundam show, one of the nicknames they always called the Gundam whenever Amuro went on killing a bunch of Zeon soldiers, like, it's the White Devil. So they kind of took that idea, like, okay, the Gundam's a devil. Let's design it to be like an actual, like, demonic-looking robot. And then you got the Gundam designs for the show. And yeah, and they're all right. Another thing that the show has is the Gundams are all built off of the quote-unquote same Gundam frame. And basically, there's a framework installed for the robot, and that's the Gundam. And then what differentiates the Gundam is all the armor you put on top of the skeleton. But the skeleton is the main robot that you control. And that right there, that's just straight up them saying, buy our model kits. Buy our model kits. You can look, they got the same inner frame, so you can swap and match parts and stuff, and you could customize your model kits and stuff. Like imagine if there was a Transformers toy line where everything was just repaints of Optimus Prime, and you could disassemble all the truck parts off of Optimus Prime and put new parts on it to turn it into, like, Bumblebee.
Huh.
Yeah. That's how the Gundams are treated. At least the model kits, at least. And so, and another thing about this show is also a lot of the Gundams seen in here don't really look or feel like Gundam. Like they're unique robot designs, and I think they're all cool. It's just some of them you have to, like, blink twice, like, wait, that's a Gundam? Okay. That's the most weird looking Gundam I've seen. That doesn't really look like a Gundam. Like, the Gundam Barbatos is the most Gundam looking out of all the Gundams in this show. Yeah. I don't think there's necessarily a problem with that. It's just, like, it's interesting, like, that was a Gundam? Okay. And plus, another thing that doesn't really help is the fact that the show never really emphasizes which mobile suit is a Gundam, besides the Barbatos, which is the main Gundam in the series. So, like, when the Barbatos starts fighting another Gundam, they're always calling the other Gundam by whatever name it is, like, and all the Gundams are named after demons too. So, to emphasize that these robots are like demons. So whenever Barbatos is fighting another Gundam, they don't call it Gundam something. They call it just whatever it's called. And Barbatos is only called a Gundam whenever they mention, oh, did you know that Barbatos is a Gundam? Whoa. So there is that. The show doesn't really emphasize which mobile suit is a Gundam. Unless you, and really the only way you're ever gonna really know if it's a Gundam, at least the way I did, is by looking it up on the wiki or looking up the model kit toys.
Nah.
It's like imagine if you were watching a Transformers show, and oh, actually no, here we'll switch things up. I'll use a Bionicle comparison. Imagine if in Mask of Light they never called the Rakshi.
Huh.
And the only way you would know they're called Rakshi is because the toys say they're Rakshi. Like, they'll call them, like, oh, they're Makuda's son, and they'll call them, they'll call the Rakshi by their names, like, oh my god, I forgot the Rakshi's names already. I'm failing Bionicle 101, Nick!
Damn it! Damn you!
But like, okay, a more recent one that I can kind of remember. Imagine if the Borak were never called the Borak, but they still call, like, oh, there's a Tanak swarm, but they never called him Borak, Tanak Borak, or Borak Tanak, however you say it.
Huh.
Yeah. That's kind of how they treat the Gundams in the show. Like, oh, that's that mobile suit, and you wouldn't really know if it's a Gundam unless, oh, the box on the model kit says that's a Gundam. Which, I don't know. I feel like based on how much of an emphasis the Gundams have in these shows, it would kind of make sense for it to, emphasize that's a Gundam. Like, because, like, and plus, also, not just to help the audience, but also just to help sell toys as well. From a marketing standpoint, I think it would make more. I would think it would be better if you called them specifically Gundam. So like, imagine if you watch a Transformers show, and never once was Optimus Prime called Optimus Prime. But he's such an integral part of the show. They just call him like or at the very least, like, you never knew that Optimus was a Prime in the show. Like, they call him Optimus. Oh, he's Optimus, but you never know. Oh, he's a Prime? I didn't know that. But I guess that's not really a fair comparison because Optimus Prime is a pop culture icon, so you kind of already know, oh, he's a Prime. And so like, in context, it would help, but at the same time, it's like, if people already know they're Gundams, I guess it's okay to not specifically call them Gundams. So there is that, and so that's just a little thing I kind of would nitpick a bit. But other than that, everything. The show itself is pretty good. You follow the journey of these stupid kids trying to run a private military organization, and of course that always goes well up until the point that the smartest kid in their military team, named Biscuit. Yes, there's literally a fat kid on the team named Biscuit. God bless Japan.
Wow.
Oh, Japan. God. It's like imagine Nick if you were in a show and they kept calling you Cupcake just because of your size.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's literally a fat kid in the show called Biscuit, and he's the smartest kid on the private military team. And then towards the final few episodes of the first season, he fucking dies because he was straight up saying, like, to Orga, like, Orga, what you're asking us to do is fucking stupid. You're gonna get us all killed. I was like, no, we'll be fine, Biscuit, we'll be fine. We got Mika with us. Mika, agree with me. Do you want to see my scab collection, Biscuit? Mika, stop being weird. Okay. I'm gonna go eat some jelly beans now. Yeah, you do that, Mika. You do that. All right, Biscuit. Trust me, we got Mika with us. We'll be fine. Biscuit fucking dies. Shit! Biscuit's fucking dead. That's it. We're gonna kill everyone who gets in our way. We'll finally escort. We're gonna bring you to this like big political meeting where all the politicians are meeting, Kudelia, so that way you could give your big speech to Earth. But anyone that gets in our way, Gallowhorn or anyone else, we're gonna fucking kill them. Yeah. All right, Tekkaden, you with me? Yeah. And then all the adults in the show that are actually also working for the kids, they're like, we're gonna fucking die, aren't we? but they live, and they live, and the only reason why they live really is because of Mika and his Gundam Barbatos. Mika and his Gundam fucking carry the entire team of kids. Well, I say team of kids, they're actually like a full-on private military group, but they're all children. They're all children. Again, I'm making light of a really dark subject: child soldiers and child slavery.
One of my favorite. Ow! Oh! Ah! Hurt my thumb.
You
Ow,
good?
Give me one. Ooh, yeah, just hurts.
Oh.
It'll give me a second.
All right, we'll give you a second.
Ooh,
What happened?
Minor crush.
Ooh.
Yeah! Ooh, yeah!
Ooh.
And Ryan the nail too. Thankfully, no breakage.
Oh,
That's the one thing I look for, and I'm always happy when I don't.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh. Ah, ouch.
There was a while where I couldn't cut my toenails because every time I stubbed my toe, I would crack the nail.
Oh!
So like I was like, okay, I'm not touching that nail. I'm just gonna let it heal. I'm not touching it. I'm not cutting it because if I one wrong move, there goes my toenail. Yeah, it was a brutal like month or two.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, stubbing your toe fucking sucks.
It does.
But yeah, so overall, I would say it's a good season. It has some dark subjects that I'm making light of, but the show does treat them pretty seriously.
And I remember what I was going to say.
Uh-huh.
It's one of my favorite jokes in South Park.
Uh-huh.
During the Imagination Land episode. Have you seen it?
I have not. We can watch that afterwards.
Yes, we should. We definitely should. Actually, fuck! I want to say it to you right now and for everyone in the audience, but it's so good. And knowing that we're just gonna watch it next, I gotta not spoil it.
Okay. South Park. Just a real quick tangent. South Park is great at making jokes of sometimes the dark subjects.
Yes.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle, but I'm so hungry. Would you rather I eat the vanilla pesto or the cuttlefish and asparagus? Was that cuttlefish and asparagus? Okay, Kyle. Oh no! Cuttlefish and asparagus not sitting well. Oh, here comes Kyle. I believe in you. I love South Park. But yeah, so Gundam IBO. It's actually a pretty good series, season 1, and actually, it does have one thing I will say that I as much as I disagreed with Ninjato on this, and this is the reason why the stream kept crashing. But it does kind of do a better job of what Gurren Lagann was trying to say, which was, having guts and courage is good and all, but it's one thing to be courageous, and it's another thing to be a fucking reckless retard. And so imagine if the fucking reckless retard was running your entire private military organization, and they're all kids. So of course, nothing can go wrong. Oh, Biscuit died. Biscuit was the only, major loss in the show. And again, the only reason why everyone was able to survive is because Mika and his Gundam Barbatos fucking carried the team. Because the Gundam Barbatos is a really strong Gundam, at least in the context of the show. Out of all the mobile suits in this show, it's the strongest. Imagine if you had a bunch of mobile suits in the show, but they're all the power level of a Viacon. And all of a sudden, you got these dumbass kids who are running a private military organization, and the only reason they're able to survive and stay alive that long is because they got a mobile suit the power of Megatron.
Honestly, that's basically Transformers Prime.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Shockwave in his lab most of the time. Soundwave was just chilling. Arachnid, frozen.
Well, Soundwave was just chilling, but whenever he got involved, he did kick ass.
Yeah, but let's be honest, he chose to chill.
Yeah, he chose to chill.
A bit with Dreadwing, but then he croaked.
Oh man, cool, they're doing a Thundercracker Dinobot thing with Dreadwing. I hope he lives. He dies. Oh.
I even talked to Tony Todd about that. I told him how disappointed.
What do you say about it?
Yeah, but he did what he thought he was. He did what he thought it was right, or something like that.
But that's
Breakdown.
Oh yeah,
Breakdown was dead.
Breakdown. Pun intended. Never got a break. And knockout. If he wasn't, Knockout, he was either busy being gay over or Breakdown, or he was busy being gay over himself.
Yeah, exactly. And Starscream, God, let's not even pretend Starscream was competent.
I love the fact that in Transformers Prime, Megatron straight up said the only reason why he kept Starscream around was because he enjoyed watching him fucking fail. But the truth is, Starscream, you've become tiresome, predictable. You've hit rock bottom.
The truth is, Starscream, you've become tiresome, predictable. You've hit rock bottom.
Yeah, so that was but yeah, so Gundam IBO, I joke around a lot, and I am kind of joking when I say that they're just a group of dumbass kids. I'm joking a lot, but it's the type of joking where it's joking, but he's technically right. It's he's out of line, but he's correct. But despite my joking, I would say check out the first season of Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's different from the Gundam shows, I will say that, but I think it's different in a good way. So yeah, check that out. Check out Iron-Blooded Orphans. I highly encourage it. Chelsea says, let's do it tonight. Oh, she's talking about. Wait, let's do it tonight. What are you talking about? Ray, Chelsea, are you gonna finally do it? Are you gonna put the ring on?
Or are you actually gonna do it?
Do it. Oh my. Racist petition to make Cengiz the voice of Mika if there ever is an IPO bridge. No, I can't do Mika's voice justice. I don't know. Someone I know someone could do a better job. I don't know. Maybe if I showed Xenonic Ironblood Orphans, he could probably do it. Cause you do want to be a voice actor, so.
What does he sound like?
It's hard to say. I joke around when he kind of just sounds like this. Okay, a little monotone. My favorite.
Sounds like this. A little monotone.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey!
My favorite color's blood.
My favorite color is blood.
Oh my god, Mika's fucking Kapura.
My favorite color is
blood. Kapura needs more love.
He does. All the Chroniclers Company.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm inspired. I'm gonna write another biological story, but all the Chroniclers Company become Toa.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. They deserve more love. Fine. I just love God. I just like the idea that Mako and Huki are still doing it, even though she's a Matoran and Huki's a Toa. She likes her men big.
Yeah. I just thought something fucked.
What?
Holly, having sex with Huki is great. His dick is as big as my arm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. God. Why do I forgot that we made Holly such a big fucking pervert.
What's funny is I said Maku.
Oh, Maku! I thought you said Holly, because I thought
Holly, who she's talking to Holly.
Oh, because I thought we were talking about our version of Holly. Don't worry.
Oh, let's be honest. She's into freakier stuff than that.
It was the one Anima wisdom we made where it's like
right?
where it's like I call Holly bitch, not because she is, but because she wants to be. Remember that dog collar I got as she was around? She wanted that. I didn't want it. I'm telling you, Jala, she's one hell of a woman, and I don't know if I can handle her.
Did you pin that?
Oh my god, I will pin that right now. Keep the chat busy.
Keep the chat busy. Okay, chat. Shit. Put me on the spot here, man.
Say I don't know. Say something funny.
High Ride killed Optimus. That's always funny to me.
Fuck you. That's not that fun. Yes, I found it. Oh, perfect. I'm pinning this. There we go. It's pinned in the Wisdom Archive. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh my god.
Let me break it down for you, Jala. Taraga Ano and I have a relationship that's all about this master-slave dynamic. When I said he was more like a bitch to me, I meant that in the most literal way possible. Remember that time you found a dog collar under the couch and I told you it's because we were getting a dog? That was a lie, Jala. Truthfully, Taraga Ano likes it when I put him on a leash and walk him around the backyard. He's usually naked, of course. I can't explain why. Hey, the whole thing is his idea. He'll piss on trees, sleep in dog cages, chew up furniture. He once took a cute, full-sized adult Taraga shit on my dockers. Taraga Ano is one fucked up slut, Jala, and I love him, but I am not bringing that energy to my movie. Frankly, he scares me sometimes. I don't know who molested him or who did it. But there is some dark juju in that Taraga's head, and I just don't know if I'm strong enough to fuck it all away.
Oh my god. Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god.
I love that one so much.
God, what have we, I keep saying this, but what the fuck did we do to Ottawa?
I feel like if Anoa was like an observer of what we're about to do him, he would be like, he's like, we are the people who molested him and gave him the dark juju. Please, no one take that out of context, but like,
it's like Ottawa's just like, if the actual Ottawa saw what we did with our version, you'd just be like, he'd just be mentally scarred, just. They took Gummy took my baby.
Gummy came and took my baby.
Ottawa, what are you doing? Crack. What the fuck?
Hey, at least I'm not drinking. Wenua.
Alright. Okay. Let's see here. Chels just says, I clipped the loot moment. Oh my god, Chels. Okay. Well, we are now coming to the home stretch of this stream, so now it's your turn, Nick. Enlighten me with what the hell SuperMansion is.
Oh man, this is a favorite of mine.
Is it?
So, okay, so you know Robot Chicken, right?
Yes. Same creator?
Yeah, same creators. Same animation style too, but with like their own figures. Because, okay, basically it's like, what if Robot Chicken got to do a Justice League cartoon?
Huh.
And it is amazing.
Is it?
Yes, it is one of my favorite shows. Like,
wow.
I'm not 100% if I'd say top 10. It's possible. Definitely in the top 20.
Huh. That's high praise.
It is. It really is, because I like a lot of shows.
A lot of shows. I like a lot of shows. Does it include Family Guy?
That depends. It does. It does depend.
Does depend. Okay, Mr. Changus, look up this Family Guy clip.
See, that's a good question, because there is like 20 seasons of that show. I only like 7 of them. So it really brings up the question of whether you would call yourself a fan.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You still make me look up a bunch of Family Guy clips, though.
Oh, no doubt. I ain't I ain't denying that.
You ain't denying. Okay. All right. So it's made by the Robot Chicken people. So that's already a good sign.
Yeah, and basically it's about essentially like this universe's version of a Justice League. And give me one moment.
Are you posting something?
No, I just wanted to find something.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Ray says, "You guys know better. That's on you." Well, yeah, we kind of baited Chelsea into clipping that. Ray says, "Oh, that show was fucking great."
Yeah, Ray.
Chell says the show is curse. Oh.
Ah.
Okay. We got a disdaining opinion.
Disdaining opinion. The show is great.
I'm about
to do my Grim Reaper accent from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That's how angry you made me, Chelsea.
It's like you get into a debate about the quality of the show, and just like you know what button I'm gonna press then now if you want a debate. I'm pressing it.
Now, it is clear that I have defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass.
There we go, it's pressed. God bless Jobby. But Jobby, hypocrite that you are. You have based your entire voices critique on the basis of how flat figure that's as flat as my little sister. You have the audacity to complain
about it.
Remember when we pulled out a Ninjato when he was complaining about Gundam unicorns? It's like I like robots that are clean and simple. Unicorn's clean and simple. No, I don't like the unicorn. Ninjato, hypocrite that you are. You have
pieces of your Gundam design critique and how colorful
and how clean and simple they are. And now that you have a design that's as clean and simple as my little sister,
you have the audacity to complain about it.
I mean, it's just a minor qualm, you know, nothing wrong with that. No, it is clear that I have defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass.
Hand over your channel and your ass.
Alright, so SuperMansion created by the Robot Chicken creators.
Yes. So essentially, it's about the League of Freedom, a superhero group that's led by this universe's Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Who basically he's been fighting for humanity since arguably the 30s.
Huh.
And he looks like it.
He does.
He does. His name is Titanium Rex, and their base is called the SuperMansion in the fictional city of Storm City. And basically, it's about the team, which is Titanium Rex, who's voiced by Bryan Cranston.
Oh, we got an all-star cast.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, who else?
You got Keegan-Michael Key, Heidi Gardner, Tucker Zillmore, Zeb Wells, Jillian Bell, Tom Root, Breckin Meyer, Yvette Nicole Brown, Chris fucking Pine.
Really?
Yes! And if I told you who he played, you wouldn't believe me.
Who does he play?
I can't tell you because that actually does lead to spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Just know that when you see the character he plays, you wouldn't know it's Chris Pine.
Wow.
He actually plays a couple, but like, even still, you wouldn't know.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they got a lot of people for this.
Yeah, you got an all-star cast here.
They even have J.K. Simmons as J.K. Simmons. He plays a fictional version.
That's amazing.
Yes. Basically, it's Titanium Rex, who's basically an aging superhero who's basically trying to basically protect the city, while also trying to prove that he doesn't need to, retire. Well, and not so easy when running this team is nearly putting him in an early grave. And basically, they have to. He has to struggle to keep the team relevant when occasionally visited by the government accountant, Sergeant Agony. He's like Nick Fury, but with robotic arms. He still has the eye patch. He has robotic arms, but he's the accountant.
That's amazing.
And essentially, so you got Titanium Rex. You got American Ranger, who's also voiced by Keegan-Michael.
Huh.
He plays essentially the Captain America of this universe.
Okay.
So you know Ultimate Captain America?
No.
Okay, so what happens when you take someone...
I don't know much about the Ultimate Universe.
Well, okay, so what happens, American Rangers, what happens when you take someone who is basically, like, a patriotic fanatic?
Ah.
Yeah, he loves America. But he's also from the 40s.
Oh.
And he's like same deal. Like he's been frozen for like nearly 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such. And what's funny is that they don't make it like there's a charm to him that Ultimate Captain America lacks, because Ultimate Captain America is actually very spiteful.
Huh.
Whereas American Ranger is actually, a loving parody. This is a loving parody. The show is, it loves superheroes and all.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, American, and, and then you have, I struggle to say her name.
Okay.
Her name is Cooch.
Okay. God, this show's just one big bait for Chels.
Her name's Cooch. She's a cat, literally an evolved cat.
Uh-huh.
So
her name is Cooch.
Her owner named her before she was evolved.
Oh my goodness.
And it's funny because, so she's an evolved cat.
Mm-hmm.
So she's basically human-ish with cat-like features.
Uh-huh.
Really, she's just like an anthropomorphized cat.
I'm sensing a butt.
She has the intelligence of a cat.
Oh.
She is downright fucking retarded. There's even a plot point in an episode where she has to get her GED because they technically need, all this League of Freedom members need to at least have a high school diploma or higher. and because she's a cat.
So is she smarter than Grimlock?
Is she smarter than what?
Than Grimlock?
That is a good fucking question. Oh my god. I have no idea. That is a fucking tough question. They're both very, very stupid.
Well, here, let me ask you this. Is she the type of person that would stare out the window?
She would stare out a window because she's a fucking cat.
But would she stare out the window because she's waiting for his dad to come back?
Dude, you could tell her an even lesser lie, stare out the window and you'll get candy, and she'll do it.
Oh.
So yeah, she's probably dumber than Grimlock.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Black Saturn, who's essentially the Batman parody.
Ah.
He's so basically he's the idea of that black Batman, people who dislike Batman say he's basically a man-child who basically uses all his money to fight crime and be super cool and all that.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him. But he's also very pathetic.
Oh.
everybody thinks he's hot shit.
Uh-huh.
Think Birdly but tolerable.
How the fuck do you make Burley tolerable?
That's probably a bad comparison. My bad.
God, Burley sucks.
He does suck. He does. Black Saturn is hilarious though, because you know how like Batman's parents are dead.
Uh-huh.
His parents are alive.
Oh.
But like he says they're dead to like keep up like the whole like illusion, but like they're like God damn it, this is our son. This is what our son has become.
Oh.
He's actually very funny.
Okay.
Like, if someone breaks up with him, he'll just start crying.
Okay.
You got Brad, who's essentially
just Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
Okay.
He's essentially a parody of the Hulk.
Okay.
But he's always like the Hulk, and he's a junkie. Like literally, that's how he got his powers, by taking his experimental drug. But he's also addicted to drugs.
Oh. Oh, so he's on it before he came to his realization.
See, the thing about Brad is that Brad is actually, you know, not a complete fucking monster.
Mine is the monster part. Mine is the fact that our version of Anawa did it with a bunch of innocent Rahi.
See, here's the thing. Brad, in the end, is respectable.
Uh-huh.
Ottawa isn't.
Oh.
I love Brad. He's amazing.
Uh-huh.
And you also have, so, I don't want to say, like, okay, so, his initial name is Robobot.
Okay.
I don't want to say his name.
What is that?
What that he has after.
Uh-huh.
Because it'll spoil one of the funniest jokes.
Oh.
And it's because, a Robobot is essentially the character who's like, he's essentially like, you know how robots, they like, am I alive?
Uh-huh.
Where do I come from? Who am I?
That's him.
Yes.
Ah.
And so like throughout the series he's always like struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And like every other episode or so he'll end up with a new one.
Okay.
But like his longest running one, I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
Because it's probably one of the best fucking. I don't want to. I can't say it, but it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And then you have she doesn't appear until episode 6, but Lex Lightning.
Lex Lightning.
Who is Rex's illegitimate daughter. Yeah, she's basically a rookie superhero.
Oh. Okay.
And Cooch hates her because it's another girl.
Of course.
Because cats are like territorial like that, but like, let's be honest.
I don't know why she hates her. Is it the fact that she's a cat or she's a woman?
Ah, yeah, good question. Yeah, let's be honest. It could be. It really is the woman part.
2 Cents Live, the only live stream where you can make sexist jokes.
No, you've created a perfect
Society. Why would you add a woman to it? 2 Cents Live does not condone actual real sexism. Please don't do it.
do it!
Megatron, you are not part of this show!
I should be!
Megatron, don't you got, I don't know, an Autobot ship to blow up?
It's the Shabbos!
It's the Shabbos.
Shomer Shabbos! Because remember, we made Megatron
We made Megatron Jewish. Alright, so... Okay, so there's the illegitimate child.
Yes. And I don't want to... there's a lot going on with her. And I don't want to say what she goes through, because she basically has multiple arcs throughout the series, and I honestly don't want to spoil it.
Oh. Is this some heavy stuff?
I don't want to spoil it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Let's just say all the stuff around her is plot relevant.
Huh. Okay.
And basically, there are reoccurring villains, but for at least the first season, it is a bit villain of the week. But that's kind of like, comics.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, the show, it's... You know what the sad thing is? I love it. I also don't want to say too much about it, because I think it should just be experienced. Because here's the thing. I want to talk about, funny moments of the show, but a lot of it of why it's funny is because you know these characters, and knowing and their responses to everything is why they're funny.
Huh.
There's a video called SuperMansion is underrated that explains that why it's kind of like that.
Okay. We could watch that after the stream.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to show you a fucking episode.
You watch? Okay, we could do that. You could show me an episode. You could show me an episode after we're done.
Okay, so speaking of, one of the biggest flaw of this series, really, is that was a Crackle exclusive.
Crackle exclusive.
Have you heard of Crackle?
I know.
Sony made a streaming service.
Ah.
And it is free. But with that. And because it was Crackle, no one watched it. Honestly glad it got 3 seasons.
Wow.
And they took it off of Crackle.
Oh. Because of course.
Thankfully, it's on Amazon Prime.
Is it free?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, heads up. Only season 1 got a DVD release. And they used the DVD versions for season 1. I say this because the DVD versions, like most adult cartoons,
are uncensored.
But it's not like Drawn Together, where
Drawn Together uncensored. Oh my goodness.
the fucking lightsaber.
Oh my god. That show uncensored. Oh my god. It's one of those shows where it's just like, wow, that was something. I don't know if I ever want to experience that again. Okay, so it's on Amazon Prime, so we could totally watch it afterwards.
Yes, it is one of my absolute one of my favorites. I love this show. And honestly, this is my favorite performance. Just because I'm biased. It's my favorite performance of Bryan Cranston.
Ah, I mean Bryan Cranston's great. I mean, what it was? He was Breaking Bad, Malcolm in the Middle. He was Zordon that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston can do no wrong.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Everyone loves him. But everyone hates Chris.
Everybody hates Chris.
I remember watching that show. Well, okay, so yeah, so Chelsea says, I love John Tickler. I have a movie. Oh my god, Chelsea. Oh my god.
That explains a lot with you.
That explains a lot. Oh, Chelsea, I love you, but oh man, Drawn Together is just, that's something else. Ooh, Drawn to... I got nothing wrong with you, Chelsea. More power to you. It's just Drawn Together. For me, Drawn Together is one of those shows where, honestly, I just go, okay, even I have limits.
He has limits.
I have limits.
Limits.
And that is how Foxy became a whore.
冰清男朋友搞 Oriental. The fact that it was not even a real Oriental language. It was just fucking gibberish.
It was all fucking gibberish. And that is how Princess learned to hate the colored.
And that is how Toots became a one-dimensional fat joke. A piece of fat joke.
No, you're. Oh my god, Drawn Together.
That show.
We should do a 2 cents on Drawn Together.
now that is
that will be something we. I want Ninjato to be present. I just want to see his reactions when we tell him about.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I want to hear his reactions to all the fucked up stuff going on at that show. So any closing thoughts? Other than go watch the show?
Watch the show! And specifically, do it on Amazon Prime.
Okay then.
It needs support, because I will say it ends on cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And, just the show. It needs the love, and maybe, just maybe, they can come back to it.
I'll take your word for it, Nick. I'll take your word for it. Alright. Let's see. Let's read the chat real quick. Raise. So let's scroll up. Let's see. Ray says Job is an American treasure. That he is. Let's see here. Ray says, can confirm what my Xenomorph friend is saying. That account.
Yeah!
Ray says that account is so quotable. Okay.
Keegan Michael Key, yeah.
Well, it's Keegan Michael Key. Ray says, wait till you hear Cooch's phrase. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no!
It plays in every episode of the first season. It is hilarious.
Oh no!
I love that show.
Ray says Lex had a great character arc.
Yes.
Let's see. Ray says, isn't Jewish Megatron just Magneto? No. See, Magneto is a tragic villain. Our Megatron is just an asshole.
You know it, bitch.
Like we made it in our version where like if this was a TV show, there'd be just an episode where he would be like in psychoval. He's like, why are you the way you are, Megatron? Well, it all started when I was forced to be part of the gladiatorial pits against my own will. I killed people, so many people I got desensitized, and then, not just to make things worse, at the same time I was also forced to work in the mines as a slave. That caused my disdain for authority ever since. Wow, Megatron, that's really sad. Yeah. It's also not true. That's our Megatron. Let's see. Ray says, "Thanks, Nick. I know that I'm watching on Amazon Prime now. That's why you're my favorite Xenomorph. You got a fan." Yeah. That damn lightsaber made me want to go to a conventional, and I'm not even Catholic. Oh no!
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I haven't seen this show, and this already sounds. Oh my god.
No, he's talking about the fucking lightsaber.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay.
The fucking orgasm.
Oh.
The fucking explosion. Oh my god, that show is a fucking. That is a ride.
Oh, Drawn Together is right.
That is a show you get a bunch of friends for, and just to gauge their reactions.
I know you've seen my reaction.
Exactly. That's why I showed you.
Not just here. I've shown you my visible reactions, just like, just jaw drop, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ray says you can't shame her. Only I reserve that right. Well, I'm not shaming Chels. I'm just saying she's built different. If she.
Oh, that's.
Chel says I clipped most of it on Discord. Oh.
I see that.
She says, "Show need kisses." Oh, thank you, Chels. Okay, so with that said, we are done with our topics. Everyone is gone except the two of us. So it's just Tuesday. Literally.
Yep.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Alright. Alright.
Okay, so let me just turn down the music a bit. And with that said, we don't really have much to do for closing thoughts, because we already said what we wanted and everyone's gone.
Yeah.
I guess all I can say really is check out IBO, check out all the other stuff that everyone else talked about, and after this, I guess I'm headed to Amazon Prime to watch SuperMansion. That should be. What? Okay, just can you at least tell me what Cooch's phrase is?
No.
No.
I want you to see what her.
Okay. Is there anything that you can somewhat spoil to me?
Give me a second to think.
Okay.
You know what the fucked up thing is?
What?
The show is so great, but a lot of the... it's actually pretty plot heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I guess I could spoil... I guess I could spoil the fact that when Titanium Rex and American Ranger are about to go on a fishing trip. They leave in the in the middle of the night. They see that Robobot is basically just sitting,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Whoa, like aren't you supposed to go to bed?" Seeing as I'm a robot, I don't sleep. So basically, I just sit here and wait. Wow, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, I guess we're watching SuperMansion. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to quickly mute you, Nick, so I can do the outro. Alright, so that said, check out everything we talked about. SuperMansion is apparently hilarious. We're gonna watch that now. Chels, thank you and Ray, Chels, thank you guys for being the biggest supporters of this show so far, especially considering today we had so many technical difficulties. At least on my side. I don't know what it was like on your side. But with that said, I'm Chengiz Khan, and this was 2 Cents Live. Oh wait, actually, before I go, there is no show